Welcome to the Warframe Weapon Encyclopedia, where today we're checking out the Hikou. You can get the blueprint for the Hikou from the market, and the weapon is very cheap. You're only gonna have to put in 15,000 credits, 5 Morphics, 500 Plastids, 600 Rubido, and 4,000 Salvage. The Hikou are secondary throwing knives that require at least Mastery Rank 2 to use, and they do primarily puncture damage, with the second highest damage type being Slash, and then there's a little bit of impact on this side as well. Now these have pretty bad crit, a 4% crit chance, and 1.6 times crit multiplier, which isn't great, though they do have at least decent status chance of 10%, and they come with a 20 round magazine, a 0.8 second reload, which is actually very fast, and they have pretty high fire rate. And finally, since these are thrown weapons, they have access to the thrown specific concealed explosives mod, which gives them an 80% chance to explode when they hit something. Though you have to be a little bit careful with this mod, because the explosions will inflict self stagger. Now when you first pick this weapon up as a new player, you just want to squeeze in as much damage as possible. Don't worry about anything else. Now you will most likely not have as much capacity as I have on the weapon, because I have a catalyst on it, which isn't something I would necessarily recommend you do as a new player, but it doesn't matter, just put on whatever kind of damage mods you have. Though if you're gonna use elemental mods, try to arrange them so that they combine into corrosive or corrosive and heat. Now the damage with a basic setup like this is of course going to vary based on what mods you have available, but even with a basic setup like the one that I just showed you, the weapon can one-shot most enemies on the star chart if you remain undetected, which isn't all that difficult because the weapon is silent since it's just a bunch of throwing knives. Now if for whatever reason you want to get a little bit more out of your Hikou, even though there's really no reason to do so, I would highly recommend you go with a far more fun variant of the build that actually utilizes concealed explosives. It also dips a little bit into some status scaling as well, just to strip away the armor of some of the higher level enemies. Now this doesn't necessarily add that much more damage, though it will of course work a lot better because it can now strip away the enemy armor, so I would take it up to level sort of 35, maybe 40 if you really want to push it. But it's mostly just more fun than the original, because now when you throw a knife there is an 80% chance that it's going to explode, which is very fun with the high fire rate. Now to be honest here, the Hikou don't really have that much going for them. Yes, they are solid for a Mastery Rank 2 weapon, but the only thing they really have going for them is the high fire rate, which makes them fun with concealed explosives. The problem with that is that you will most likely not have concealed explosives at around Mastery Rank 2. This unfortunately means that the Hikou are just not worth picking up for most people, because at Mastery Rank 2 you also gain access to the kunai, which are very similar to the Hikou, with the exception that they have half the fire rate but do double the damage on hit, which is far better for a weapon like this. So unfortunately the only time I would recommend the Hikou is when you just need more mastery to progress through the mastery ranks, or you're a crazy man like me and you just want to max out all the things. And that is pretty much all I wanted to say, so I thank you very much for watching. As always guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video and found it helpful, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.